Well, hello everyone. So a number of you have seen this knife being put together over the last few days, and it's actually been in process for a while. But I wanted to take a minute to go over the knife and why it was made and some of the details, some of the features, some of the reasons why things are the way that they are, and really just give you an overall sense of the, I don't know, this knife has a personality that's really, really something else. So, this knife is a 250 by 68, I believe, extra heavy. It's a monster, and it works. I mean, it's a beautiful cutter. My Instagram people are about to fall off, so you can watch the rest of the video on YouTube. But anyway, this knife was a challenge for me in a number of ways. I wanted to make something that was mine, not for me to own, but mine, my ownership, my aesthetic sense, my based on the inspiration that I chose. And that's what this is. I wanted a whole package, complete, my knife. No customer was involved. There was no decisions made by anyone but me. And some of you have reached out and told me that it's your favorite knife that I've ever made, which really, really makes me happy, given those design parameters. But it's been something else. And this knife came about. The blade is me. This blade is my aesthetics. When somebody's ordering a $2,000-$3,000 knife or more, I want to give them an heirloom. I want to give them something that's going to A, last generations, B, be appreciated for generations, something artistic and beautiful. And this is what I would make, given my freedom. This is what you would get. This knife is warranted. It's, it is what it is, the same as all my knives. If my work fails, it's replaced. But the beauty and the performance together are everything for me. They are why I make these knives. Performance first, and then anything I do after that is literally just, it's icing for the cake, gravy for the potatoes. But anyway, I'm kind of getting out of here. This knife is me. This blade is me. I had lunch in New York City with a number of people: Tara Ransford, Blade and Steel, Perfect Edge Cutlery, Antonio Burgundy of Bella Foods, and we ate at a restaurant owned by a gentleman named Chef Michel Mazza. Mr. Mazza, Chef Mazza, and Antonio are friends, and we were introduced, and I had a number of knives with me that Chef Mazza was gracious enough to look at and to use. And he had looked at this knife's cousin, Tara's personal knife, and he had, he'd used a number of the knives, and he had stated that was a knife for generations. And that really struck me, because that's what I try to build. I try to build knives that are classic and, modern and performance-oriented. And Chef Michel's comment really resonated. It really, really resonated. So in making this knife, Chef Mazza's inspiration, the Italian food, the warmth, his personality, very, very forceful but reserved. That's where the rest of the inspiration for this knife came from, was Chef Mazza. I consider this what I call a master series knife. And, Chef Mazza's influence on this knife is apparent in the Italian marble, the bold lines, clean, the warmth of the oak. This oak is special to me. We pulled this tree down, this burl down, on Christmas Day of last year, 2018. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a very, very special project, and I've considered how to put it out there heavily, whether to sell it, whether to keep it as a demonstration, but I think I'm going to let everybody else decide on that. We'll see what happens. So anyway, this knife, there you go. That's the story.